My son is expecting a child with his former babysitter, and I don't know how to feel about it. My husband and I had our beautiful son 22 years ago. We were both, and still are, working professionals. Right after my maternity leave ended, my husband and I placed our son, who I'll refer to as Jake, in daycare. When he was in elementary school, we placed him in an after-school program. It wasn't until Jake was in middle school that my husband and I felt comfortable leaving him home with a babysitter. We sent out an ad on Facebook looking for babysitters, and one of our neighbors replied, saying that her daughter would be the perfect fit for the job. We met this girl, who I'll call Emily, and both my husband and I found her adorable. Emily was 17, so she was relatively young for a babysitting position of this caliber. But my husband and I trusted her, and Jake seemed to really like her, so we hired Emily. She was tasked with picking Jake up from school, preparing him an afternoon snack, and then supervising him until me or my husband got home from work. Pretty easy stuff. Emily killed it. She was everything we hoped for and more. Jake also really liked her. He'd request that Emily come with us on family outings, to his soccer games, and even to our weekly Sunday dinners. My husband and I thought this was great. When Jake was 15, we told him that we were going to let Emily go. He threw the biggest tantrum I've ever seen. My husband and I were confused by this, but just figured that Jake really liked Emily. One day, I was snooping in Jake's room, and I found a box of pictures under his bed. I wish I stopped my snooping there, but I couldn't help but look through these pics. This shoebox was filled to the brim with nude photographs of Emily. My heart dropped at this moment, and everything made sense. When I confronted Jake about these pictures, he broke down sobbing, and begged me not to get Emily in trouble. He compared their relationship to the forbidden love of Romeo and Juliet. I was quite frankly disgusted by this. Emily essentially raised Jake as a child, and although he's an adult now, it still felt effed up. I didn't say anything to Emily or her family, but I needed to eventually ban her from our house as she would come visit Jake from college once a week. I felt disgusted to be in her presence, and Jake understood, so he started to visit her. Well, flash forward 3 years, and they are now married. Emily is a sweet girl, but a part of me still feels like she took advantage of my little boy.